Right, I'm hoping everyone can hear me and can see me and everything's all good and clear. I'm hoping that I've sorted out that little lag problem for you. So it's showing all green, all clear my end. So let me know if any problems and I'll see what I can do. I've had to end the stream and just create a new one, so sorry about that. Sub2, thanks for tuning in. Mixid, thanks for tuning in. We're on just 4 likes, so let's get them likes up. That'd be fantastic. Let's get them likes back up to where we were before. That would be brilliant. But yeah, hello, welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. We're back. We're back in business. We're back in business and hopefully all well. Julia, thanks for tuning in as well. Much appreciated. Not missed much. Southampton settling and growing into this game. City have got a proper battle going on here. Don't seem like they're on it at the moment. So we could really do with grabbing the opening goal, really. Really could. Seamus, thanks for tuning in as well. Much appreciated. As I said, it's all showing up all right at the mo. Nice, all green. Don't really know what the problem was, to be honest. Change things up, reset it, come back, all clear. Computers for you. Seemed, I don't know. Mixid saying, get some League Cup vibes. As Mixid says, yeah, running smooth, so that's good. Maybe it was just a bad link I put out yesterday. Didn't like that link, likes the new link. I don't know. So we have an absence of 5 minutes out of this game. Thankfully, nothing happened in that 5 minutes, but we're back and we're back in business. So yeah, don't forget, leave a thumbs up. That would be great. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. And do go and check out BetMate today's video sponsor. Links and details there in the description, and also in the live chat. It's kind of like part 2. This part 2 of the stream. Part 1's not ran smoothly, and kind of summarised Man City's performance so far. We've seen Jack Grealish go close to City, but other than that, City haven't created too much. Just they're making hard work. I mean, Southampton aren't a bad team, and I've seen them twice this season. I haven't paid the bill, just sent it through quickly. Took a couple of minutes to process, and through it goes. I reckon if I've not paid the bill, it'll just be dark. So the bill's been paid. That's funny. But yeah, Southampton, the bottom, they've not been playing great, but the second time seeing them against City, and both times they've looked pretty good. Do they just raise the game when they're playing against Man City? Is that what's going on? Is it just one of them things where how City play just kind of suits Southampton? That they can sit back naturally a little bit more, as Manuel Akanji just needs to be careful. It's not the greatest ball in from Southampton, but City are all over the place here. I tell you, all over the place. Kyle Walker-Peters goes down under a challenge from Mahrez. He's not happy and wants a free kick. It's either a free kick or it's simulation. It should be a yellow card and a free kick for City, in my opinion. He's either chucked himself to the ground or he's been fouled in that situation. I don't get how it's neither. Don't get it. Anyway, De Bruyne on the left. Into Grealish. A little bit of space. He wants a handball. He's crying for a handball. He can't believe he's not got a handball. A referee says no as play continues here. Here's Nathan Ake. City just need to go on. We're in a good position. Grealish into the penalty area, tries to cut back and takes a deflection, and I think that's hit one of the defenders right in the private areas. He goes down in a heap of pain. Jackie G wants a penalty. Let's have a look. Get a better angle from here. Just chips it in. It hits his arm on Ward-Prowse. I mean, it's not by his side, and he runs a risk there. Is it deliberate? Absolutely not. I don't. They need, in the summer, they need to have further clarification on things, including what's handball and what's not, because I mentioned the keyword there, deliberate. It's not deliberate. It's not a deliberate handball. Yeah, often referees would say it's not by his side, it's in an unnatural position, and it's handball. And the art of ball to hand seems to have gone. And I truly don't believe the Premier League referees know what's handball and what is ball to hand. Do I think that James Ward-Prowse was a handball? No. He hasn't deliberately moved his arm towards the ball to stop that ball being played through to somebody else or stopping a shot. To me, his arm's just there. It hits his arm, ball to hand. There'll be times where this season that'll be given a penalty and VAR won't overturn it. That's why there needs to be more clarification. Julian says, travesty if we don't win a trophy with Erling Haaland in his first season at City. And for how good he's been, I agree. I do agree. There's a free kick given against Manchester City. I tell you what, if I feel like there's a little weak link in City's defence right now, Manuel Akanji is probably the player, and I feel like he's the player that's getting targeted from Southampton as well. The attackers have got pace on him. They look more settled. I mean, if they're struggling for the pace and getting turned, I think I'd quite like to see trial something for Bayern, and that's Kyle Walker on that right side of centre-back. If we don't think he's good enough to invert, which is what Pep's saying, then to me, has to be Kyle Walker starting at the right side of centre-back ahead of Akanji. Akanji's been ripped to shreds at the moment from Southampton, and they're bottom of the Premier League. Think what Bayern Munich are going to do to him. And he's a good player. He's been very consistent for City. City are just starting to get frustrated. Jack Grealish penalised for a high foot. City looking frustrated. Erling Haaland's had the fewest touches of any player. They've found no service to Erling Haaland. No service at all. That weren't a free kick on Lavia then from Jack Grealish. He goes in with his knee slightly high. His foot's not high. His knee wins the ball. That's a weak one, that. Right, guys, let's get them likes up. That'd be great. We've had to start the stream again, so any help towards that would be great. Subscribe as well if you're new around here, and do go and check out BetMate, today's video sponsor. Links and details in the description and also in the live chat. So very frustrating first 34 minutes here so far for Manchester City. Southampton finding space, finding the gap between defence and midfield far too big for me. Not the greatest ball forward from Southampton. And I think Man City can probably count the lucky stars here that Southampton, in terms of their attack, aren't a brilliant attack. So therefore haven't been punished. But City just look huffed out. They look tired. They've had a week off. No excuse for that. I actually think that John Stones and Rodri are playing far too high. Southampton are pressing and putting the squeeze on. And Man City are sitting too high up. So Southampton are pressing and finding the mistakes, and City aren't finding the space. And as I've already mentioned, when I've seen Southampton twice this season, both times today and back in January for the League Cup, they've impressed me. I've been impressed by what I've seen. I don't sit here and watch Southampton week in, week out, but I sit here just thinking to myself, how are they bottom? Now, John Stones has gone into the book for a perfectly good challenge. It's a good tackle. So the commentator there's just saying he gets the man first, then gets to the ball. There'd be a time when that would be a perfectly good challenge. Weak. Really weak. Doesn't escape from this. Hasn't been a very good Man City performance so far. They need to step this up big time second half. They need to get into the second half first. Free kick here for Southampton. 39% of all their goals this season have come from set pieces. Spoke about that in my preview. I feel like if there's any goal coming, it's from a set piece, and it's coming from that man, James Ward-Prowse, either putting something into the box of quality or him taking a direct free kick and putting it into the back of the net. Eventually, Southampton put a ball into the box. It's awful. An out of play for a goal kick, and that's mainly because it wasn't James Ward-Prowse putting it into the box, faffing about with it there, Southampton. I accused Man City of it before, and I'm going to accuse Southampton of it now. Faffing around when they don't need to. Players have been sent forward. You don't need to pass it 2 or 3 times around sideways before deciding I'm going to put a ball into the box. You've got a set-piece specialist there. Put something into the box. I think Man City just struggle for a bit of space at Southampton. Southampton press really well. I mean, I don't know how big their pitch is, but the pitch looks big. It's not a tight, compact ground. It's big and open. For that reason, we struggle to create. And Southampton also opened the game. Jack Grealish is miles offside. The flag does eventually go up. He's miles offside then. Lacking a bit of directness in attack. They're lacking a bit of the gap between defence and midfield, and there's no real engine driving forward. And it doesn't help that, in my opinion, Gundogan and De Bruyne aren't having their best of games at the moment either. And I think rather than substitutions at half-time, I'd be tactically thinking about this game. Stones whips a decent ball into the box, well defended at the near post by Bednarek, and out for a corner. First time we've seen Stones really step forward that for City. There's Riyad Mahrez then. Just put a corner, put a ball into the box. Akanji's forward, Diaz is forward, Ake's forward. Put something of quality into the box. It's deep from Mahrez. Headed clear. Mopped up by KDB. Grealish. Finds Nathan Ake. He's going to have to be forced back. Again, Southampton pressing really well. 3 players on Ake then. Forces him backwards. So City can't just, from that corner, automatically find that one pass and then lead in attack, as that's a cracking ball forward towards Haaland. Can't get it under control, and Bazunu, quality keeper, sees the danger, threads that through. Great ball that from De Bruyne. I think Erling Haaland was onside then. He was. It was a good ball forward. Haaland, if he could have took that touch, I mean, they had the cover there, Southampton, as well, so... I think the gap between defence and midfield's too big. If you're watching the game and you've got it where I'm at the moment, just look where Rodri is and Stones are. And look how big that gap goes. That's cracking from De Bruyne. Finds Grealish. This is where we're lacking a bit of directness. Could have just with Foden having a run there if Foden were playing as Kevin De Bruyne. Threads one up and Haaland wins the header and it's wide. That was a chance. Great ball from De Bruyne over to Jack Grealish. Now, Jack Grealish just needs to back himself there. It slows the play down. De Bruyne gets the cross in. It takes the deflection. Haaland wins the header. Haaland should score. He's 3 yards out. He wins the header. It's just wide. Haaland should find the target. That should be 1-0 Manchester City, in my opinion. A player of Erling Haaland's quality and how good he has been should be finding the back of the net there. And I think that's what City need, just to calm themselves down in this game. That opening goal, they haven't got it. And the longer this goes on, I think the more agitated Man City are going to get. The more agitated and anxious the fans are going to get as well. Patience is going to be key, but you need to be putting your opportunities away. And Jack Grealish missed a great opportunity. Haaland's just missed a great opportunity. Could have been on a clinical day, 2-0 City this. And we could have been thinking about Bayern Munich nearly. And as it is, I think everyone just feels a bit frustrated. The Bill, thanks for tuning in. Adash, thanks for tuning in. Zed Gamer, thanks for tuning in as well. And Mixed, yeah, I agree. Poor from City first half here. Bit slow, a bit pedestrian. I feel like over the last 5 minutes, they've just started to find a little bit more of their groove, City. Haaland, not the best header of the ball, says Seamus, but he's 6'4" and he does all the hard work. He's in the right area and he wins that header. He's so close to the goal. He should find the back. He should find the target, in my opinion. There, that's a great ball, and Jack Grealish can't get past Maitland-Niles, and instead he pokes it out for a corner to City. And we're missing Foden's directness there. I think Foden up against Maitland-Niles would have been a very interesting battle on that left-hand side. Jackie G's a fantastic player. Great with his tracking back. He's a technically very gifted player. Right now, City, I think, need a little bit more directness in their game. And I'd like to see Jack Grealish just back himself, take on Maitland-Niles. Stones heads one back across from the corner from Grealish. Cleared by Southampton. Ake hooks one back in. Johnny Stones wins that header once more. Ruben Dias. Getting Maitland-Niles under pressure. Maitland-Niles needs to get that clear. He slices his clearance, but he does find Theo Walcott. Walcott not got the pace that he used to have, and he's outrun by Kevin De Bruyne. Age right there. There'd be a time when Theo Walcott does De Bruyne for pace there. Here is Rodri now for Manchester City to Johnny Stones. It's a good challenge from Stones. Lavia. He's having a good game, Romeo Lavia. I've been impressed. Is Southampton coming forward? Might that have been worth them just having an effort on goal there? They choose not to. And sits up well. Here's Lavia. Is he going to have a shot? He turns and plays a pass in. And a bit of space, and a shot comes in from Southampton. And it's not just wide, but it's a fair bit wide from Southampton in the end. Good play that from Southampton. City are always going to present the opportunity, so that what City just presented to Southampton there doesn't cause me that much concern, because in particular we're playing our inverted fullbacks. You're always going to have that space. And he should be finding the target there, in my opinion, as Nathan Ake does well to win that ball, and City can have an attack here. Nearly at half-time. Jack Grealish finds De Bruyne in space, spreads one towards the edge of the penalty area to Gundogan. Jack Grealish does well, picks it up. De Bruyne is in acres of space on this left-hand side. He can get a ball in. Haaland surely this time makes no mistake with his head. The second time, you cannot give Erling Haaland that space. And the all-important first goal is found, and it's Erling brought Haaland, the Viking, there in the right place at the right time to ease all the anxiety for Manchester City. And right on half-time, it's Erling Haaland finding the header from a cross from Kevin De Bruyne. And Manchester City lead here by 1-0, and it's Haaland returning with a goal for Manchester City as well. And that'll do his confidence the world of good. De Bruyne, miles onside. Haaland, miles onside. Peels away. Finds the back of the net and makes no mistake with his head this time. And City lead by 1-0. in what's been a not very good first half. City have missed 2 good opportunities. Southampton presenting themselves too much. And no sooner had Southampton found that chance they were looking for, they put it wide. A minute later, City are up at the other end. And Haaland, with his head, into the back of the net. And Manchester City lead here by 1-0 at St Mary's. Just what we needed. VAR were checking something. I don't know what they were checking. Goal perfectly fine to me. I just spilt my drink onto my remote and onto my laptop, which is great. So thankfully we've got half-time coming up, so I'll probably roll my half-time entertainment very quickly into the... as Kevin De Bruyne's 100th assist in the Premier League as well, as I'll probably roll my half-time entertainment very early into the half-time. Here's Eddie then, sends it long. Here's Rodri. Finds Manuel Akanji. Here's Mahrez. Could this get even better for City? There must be about 40 seconds to play here, even though the time is up. With the goal coming right on the 45th minute. Here's Ederson then. He's just going to send this one as far long as possible. And actually, it's not a bad ball forward. Cut off by Kyle Walker-Peters. Bazunu now. His turn just to send this one long and into nobody in particular. And that gives the referee the perfect opportunity to blow the half-time whistle. And Manchester City lead here by 1-0 thanks to Erling Haaland. Not been the best of performances from Manchester City so far. But it'll do. It'll do if we can see this out and pick up the 3 points by the 90 minutes. I'm not bothered. I'll take that. That's what we're looking for. Right, we're just going to get the stats up very quickly for this game. And then we'll roll on to the half-time entertainment and we'll go through the scores and everything as well. So, stats. First and foremost, possession. 31% possession for Southampton so far, 69% for Manchester City. In terms of shots, Southampton with 1 shot, none on target, 1 off target, a good chance coming with a minute later Man City finding their opportunity and putting it into the back of the net. 5 shots for City, 3 on target, 1 goal. Erling Haaland, who else, grabbing the goal for Manchester City. In terms of passes, 151 passes for Southampton, 331 for City. In terms of its clear-cut opportunities created, none for Southampton and 1 for Manchester City. Corners, none for Southampton, 6 for Manchester City, and no offsides for Southampton, but 1 for Manchester City. In terms of defensive stats, no block shots for Saints, 1 for City. 5 block tackles, 1 for Southampton, 4 for Manchester City, and aerial duels, 1 4 for Southampton. 7 for Manchester City, and it is Bazunu that's been the busier of the goalkeepers with a couple of saves, nothing for Ederson to do as of yet. In terms of discipline, no fouls committed by either team, 3 fouls, 1 for Southampton, 5 for Manchester City, and we've had just 1 yellow card in the game, and that's gone to John Stones in what was my opinion a perfectly good tackle. So don't forget, leave a thumbs up, that would be much appreciated. We've had to start this stream again. I think we ended it was near 30 likes, so we would be on nearly 50 likes, closing in on that now. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Let's get them likes up, that would be fantastic. Also, don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, BetMate. Links and details there in the description. Let's have a look at the live pot that's running for this game. They've got lots of pots for you to go and check out. Remember, code JSGC10 on sign up will give you £10 in free bets to join some pots for free. And also don't forget as well, it's a free app to download. Go and check it out. Links and details there in the description. So having a look at the live pot so far. I am currently in 6th place, which is great, and I'm just a point off first. Captain Erling Haaland doing the business. I could do with a Jack Grealish goal. Just have a look at first place and what they've got. Yeah, the vice captain De Bruyne are doing it for them. So if we could get a Jack Grealish goal in the second half, then that would be fantastic, as I'm currently 6, which is fantastic. So yeah, do go and check out BetMate. Lots of fun to have. That would be fantastic. So I'm going to roll my half-time entertainment now whilst I clean this little beer spillage up that we've had here. So yeah, it's brought to you by Mixid, my partner channel. His link is in the description if you want to go and check him out and like and subscribe. That would be fantastic. Earlier in the year, he ran his non-alcoholic series, which is what we're rolling as our half-time entertainment so far. And this is how to make the Roy Rogers classic recipe. Roy Rogers, grenadine and Coke. I'd do anything to have a glass with ice, Coke in, and grenadine. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
What's going on, guys? Mixed here, back again for another mocktail. So for this one, it is the Roy Rogers. Really simple to make, but an absolute classic. It is up there with the Shirley Temple, the famous soft drinks. Before there's known as mocktail, goes back a long way, this one. Again with Shirley Temple, back to the 1930s. So it's dead simple to make. So get a highball glass and fill it with ice. So we're going to use the 6-to-1 ratio, but it doesn't have to be as sweet as that if you don't wish. You can use 6 ounces of Coca-Cola to half an ounce of grenadine, depending how sweet you like your Roy Rogers. So let's get into this now. So fill up nearly to the top of the glass. The next bit depends how sweet you like your Roy Rogers. Whether you want the full ounce, 30ml, or whether you want half an ounce or 15ml. So how I like to do it, I like to fill in the cap and just drizzle it, as I'm going to use 15ml, half an ounce. That's how I like my Roy Rogers. Don't like it too sweet. And just let it sink to the bottom. And like the very famous Shirley Temple, garnish it with a maraschino cherry. And it's simple as that. Really simple to make, an absolute classic that goes back throughout time. Nearly 100 years old. But I absolutely love the Roy Rogers. I recommend it, especially, it's a kid's drink. It's one of those you have as a kid, especially in the good old US of A, where this drink is the origin from. This is where it originates from. Is there anything more American than Coca-Cola topped off with a little bit of grenadine and the maraschino cherry? Absolutely beautiful. It's an absolute classic. Easy to make, quick to make. Nothing wrong with it, just a 2-ingredient recipe, really simple, and it's something the kids will enjoy as well. Absolutely perfect while you, mum and dad, are having a nice cocktail. But that, guys, is the Roy Rogers. My rating for this, I'd give it a 10 out of 10, because I've had the Roy Rogers many times. I absolutely love the drink. But that, guys, has been the Roy Rogers. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Mixit for more mocktails like this, as I will be continuing it throughout January, as I will throw in the occasional cocktail as well. But I've been Mixit, and I will see you guys for my next drinks video. Have a nice day. Cheers.
Thank you very much there to Mixid for providing today's halftime entertainment. If you want to go and check out Mixid's links, then they're in the description. Go and like and subscribe over there. That would be absolutely fantastic. So we are going to go through the scores and everything for you guys now and see what's happening with that. So half-time. It is Manchester City. I think it's the only half-time score out there, but I might be wrong with that. So it is currently Southampton 0, Manchester City 1. We've already had some full-time scores From the Premier League today, Manchester United took on Everton at Old Trafford. That finished Manchester United 2, Everton 0. Aston Villa have beaten Nottingham Forest by 2-0 at home as well. Brentford 1, Newcastle 2. Fulham 0, West Ham 1. Leicester 0, Bournemouth 1. Spurs 2, Brighton 1. And Wolves 1, Chelsea 0, as Chelsea's woes do continue. Just having a look at the league table and what that means at the bottom of the Premier League now. There's a little gap starting to appear. Wolves will feel better beating Chelsea, thinking they're probably maybe 2 wins away from safety. You imagine Chelsea, even if they lose every game between now and the end of the season, in my opinion anyway, probably just about have enough to be staying up. But for Chelsea and how much money they've spent and the talent they've got available to them, should be doing a lot better than 11th place. Really poor season from Chelsea so far, but there's just not much to call between 12th place and 18th place. 4 points. It's absolutely ridiculous. It may well come down to goal difference, and if it does, Nottingham Forest and AFC Bournemouth, 2 standout bad goal differences there. Everton, Leeds, Bournemouth, Palace, West Ham, Wolves, all down there in a scrap, but it's Forest sitting in 18th, struggling. Leicester, 8 games to go, 2 points adrift, 19th place as well. Former Premier League champions, 7 years ago too, could be going down. Southampton at the moment, losing. They'll be frustrated because they've not played bad at all, not put their opportunity away. City haven't been at their best, but have found that goal. And maybe that's why Southampton are down there. It's been the story of the season. They've not put their opportunities away. And when teams have created, they've managed to find them chances and put the ball into the back of the net. Going north of the border, we've had the Old Firm today. Celtic have beaten Rangers. Celtic 3, Rangers 2. Also, full-time scores in the SPL. Aberdeen 2, Kilmarnock 0. Hearts 0, St Mirren 2, Motherwell 3, Livingston 0, and St Johnstone 0, Ross County 2. In the Scottish Championship, Arbroath 0, Dundee 0, Ayr United 1, Morton 1, Hamilton 1, Cove Rangers 1, and Inverness Caledonian Thistle 2, Raith Rovers 0. Scottish League 1, Dronians 3, Montrose 0, Alloa Athletic 1, Queen of the South 2, Falkirk 2, Dunfermline Athletic 2, Kelty Arts 0, Clyde 0, and Peterhead 1, Edinburgh 0. In Scottish League 2, it's Albion Rovers 3, Elgin City 0, all full-time scores these. Annan Athletic 3, Dumbarton 1, Stenhousemuir 0, Bonnyrigg Rose 0, Stirling Albion 2, East 5 2, and Stranraer 0, for Athletic 0. Going to Spain, La Liga, a couple of full-time scores. Osasuna 2, Elche 1, and Espanyol 1, Athletic Bilbao 2. Half-time, currently Real Sociedad 1, Getafe 0, and you do have Real Madrid taking on Villarreal at 8 p.m. BST today. We've also had some games in the Bundesliga. It's finished Mainz 2, Werder Bremen 2, Leverkusen 3, Frankfurt 1, Borussia Dortmund 2, Union Berlin 1, and Augsburg 1, Cologne 3. Very interesting. It's also finished Freiburg 0, Bayern Munich 1. Going to have a look at it's Matthijs de Ligt that's got the goal for Bayern Munich today. Their starting 11, and it could be pretty similar against City. They started with Jan Sommer in goal. Joao Cancelo started but went off in the 89th minute for Stanisic. He started at right back. It was Benjamin Pavard and Matthijs de Ligt as their centre-backs and Alphonso Davies at left-back. Joshua Kimmich started alongside Jamal Musiala and Thomas Muller. Musiala went off in the 68th minute for Leon Goretzka and Thomas Muller went off for Ryan Gravenberch. Leroy Sané started on the right wing. He went off late on for Mazraoui. Sadio Mane started on the left-hand side, and it was Serge Gnabry starting up top for Bayern Munich today. Other options potentially from the bench for them could be Daley Blind, and the big name to miss out today who was on the bench was Kingsley Coman. And Bayern Munich, of course, now being led by former Chelsea and Borussia Dortmund manager Thomas Tuchel. So just having a look at the Bayern Munich team, what am I expecting? I don't think Cancelo starts for Bayern Munich on Tuesday evening. I reckon they're going to go with... I reckon Pavard starts right back. Is what I think they might go with. Potentially. I mean, he is an option there. I think Alphonso Davies will start. De Ligt will start. Kimmich will start. Muller will start. Will Musiala start in the middle? I'm not sure. I think... Could we see Leroy Sané starting? I'm not sure. Sadio Mane, I reckon, probably will. And Serge Gnabry, I'm not sure about. I've got a feeling they might start Thomas Muller up top. They might go with him as the striker and try and pack out that midfield. Maybe go with Kingsley Coman ahead of maybe Leroy Sané. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced Joao Cancelo will start in that game. But there we go. That's to think about at the end of this game. We've still got work to do. Half-time also in Germany. Hertha Berlin 0. RB Leipzig 1. Into Italy, some full-time scores. Udinese 2, Monza 2, Fiorentina 1, Spezia 1, Atalanta 0, Bologna 2. Good win that for Bologna. And Sampdoria 2, Cremons 3. Also a couple of half-time scores. Verona 0, Sassuolo 1, and Torino 0, Roma 1. And later on this evening, got a big game taking place in Rome. Lazio taking on Juventus at 7:45 p.m. BST. Into France, it's a couple of games. Angers 1, Lille 0. There's a full-time score, and at 8 p.m. you've got Nice taking on Paris Saint-Germain. Should be a good game as well. In the Netherlands, going into, I think, the second half now, Vitesse Arnhem 1, Go Ahead Eagles 0. And you've also got AZ Alkmaar taking on Sparta Rotterdam, and PSV Eindhoven taking on Excelsior at 7 p.m. BST. And you've also got Herenveen taking on Volendam at 8 p.m. BST. And finally, you do have matches in Portugal. Full-time score, Aruca 1, Martimo 0. Later scores, just past half an hour, is Pacos de Ferreira 0, Famalicão 0, and Portimonense 0. Rio Ave 1. You've also got Sporting Braga taking on Estoril Praia as well at 8:30 p.m. BST, as it doesn't look like Man City are making any changes here in the second half as the players make their way out of the tunnel and back out onto the pitch ready for the second half here. Erling Haaland does come out, so he's going to be getting some more minutes in his legs. I reckon he's probably going to get another 15 minutes, I reckon. As we do have kick-off here, Southampton get us underway, attacking from left to right, Man City attacking from right to left. You'll have noticed I didn't speak about many games from England. A lot of games yesterday, in particular in the EFL and in the National League, and in the non-league they were taking place yesterday. Yesterday on Good Friday, and they'll be playing again on Easter Monday. And just want to give a special mention to two teams in the National League. There's one spot available for teams getting promoted, which is ridiculous. Both Notts County and Wrexham. Notts County have overtaken Wrexham on Good Friday, but both teams now on 100 points. I think there's 4 or 5 games left to play. Very tight at the top, and you've got a massive, massive game taking place in Wales on Easter Monday. Wrexham taking on Notts County in what very much feels like a winner takes all. If it's a draw, Wrexham have got the game in hand and a little slight advantage to them, even though Notts County have got the better goal difference. But it's just so tight. Wrexham, they lost 3-1 yesterday. If they'd lost 2-1, would have remained top by 1 goal difference. As Man City just faffing around with it at the back. They eventually get it clear. Gundogan hasn't had his best game. I didn't think De Bruyne, until the last 10 minutes of the first half, had his best game. Mahrez hasn't really been involved that much for City either. As I've spoken about, I felt like the gap between the defence and midfield was too big. And that's threaded in nicely. Here's Gundogan trying to square one across, and good challenge up by Bednarak, and out for a corner to Manchester City. So don't forget, everybody, leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. Nearly on 20 likes now. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. And also don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, BetMate. Links and details there in the description. And also in the live chat. So a corner here, early corner for Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne to take. That ball doesn't look like it's on the whitewash, but there we go. How many players do we see doing that? De Bruyne then to whip something in. It is whipped in. Headed clear though by Southampton. Nathan Ake hooks one back in towards Ruben Dias, but Gavin Bazunu, quick off his line, collects that ball and he wants to get a counter-attack going, sends a ball long, and it's a good ball, and Walcott can take the touch, and it's a good challenge that by Jack Grealish, and he's given a free kick. The referee's given a free kick for going through the back. What a joke. What a joke. He gets the ball. Not only does he get the ball, he gets the ball first before getting the man. That's a joke. It's a cracking ball from Bazunu. It's a good touch from Walcott. He just gets surrounded out, and it's a good challenge from Jack Grealish. Not taking that. Not happy with that one. Not happy. So a free kick here. Ward-Prowse to whip a ball in. Good position, this. It's a good ball and a header won by Southampton and headed over the top of the crossbar and out for a goal kick to Manchester City. It was offside as well. A good line from City, that. Youssef, it's currently Man City leading by 1-0, and it was Erling Haaland in the 45th minute finding the goal for City. Here is Riyad Mahrez now for Manchester City, just trying to work the ball backwards and gets a throw in for City. So Kevin De Bruyne, 237 appearances in the Premier League and the fastest player to get to 100 assists by nearly 60 goals. Cesc Fabregas was the other player to do it with 293 appearances. As Kevin De Bruyne getting his 100th assist today for Manchester City, which is perfect. Here's Erling Haaland then. Gundogan. Southampton won a free kick. I don't think the referee's seen it properly. And Southampton choose to put the ball out instead. James Ward-Prowse is down, feeling his ankle. A bit of discomfort there from the challenge from Ilkay Gundogan. So Bazunu under pressure sends the ball long. We see a seagull come onto the screen as we are by the sea. And that's good work from Rodri. Finds Akanji. And that's more good work from City. Here's Ilkay Gundogan now to Jack Grealish. Takes on his man. Gundogan follows that up. Have a shot, Ilkay does, and it's just wide. Oh, that close away from 2-0. I thought Silky Ilky was finding the back of the net then. Can't believe he doesn't bag there. Just needs a little bit more bend on it. Finds the inside of the post and in it goes. Half a yard. Half a yard there, ladies and gentlemen. I like a free kick to Southampton, more so than some of the others that have been given. Referee says no, and City come forward. Jackie G surrounded out, and Southampton can come away with the ball. So 51.5 minutes in, Southampton 0, Manchester City 1. It's a good ball. Bazunu's distribution's been very good today. Been impressed by what I've seen. As Southampton try and catch City's high line out. Maitland-Niles looking for a pass to Elyonesi, cut off by Ederson. Here's Rodri to Stones, and that's not the best of passes from Stones, but somehow finds Ilkay Gundogan in space. I think it was just one of them passes that was mishit that caught Southampton out. Ederson's going to launch this one. Sends it long. cut off by Southampton, but only as far as Gundogan and City can come away with it here. And De Bruyne is in space. Always means danger. Finds Jack Grealish in the penalty area. Threads it through. KDB has a shot blocked. Ake now to Jack Grealish. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. Back to Jack Grealish. And that's not the best pass from Nathan Ake, and Southampton can come away with it. Here is Manuel Akanji now for Manchester City. That's nipped away from John Stones here. And Akanji, tactical foul. Referee says shoulder to shoulder. Shot comes in for Southampton. Blocked. Akanji with an awkward bounce can get it clear. And Rodri not only can take the touch, but can find the pass. Here's Mark. Right, hopefully that sorted itself out. We'll see. We'll wait and see. Hopefully that'll run nice and smooth and it'll stop the buffering. In fact, I'm gonna try something. Never been scared to try new things and see what happens. You don't try things you don't know. And there's Man City coming forward. Here's Jackie G! Jackie G! Save! Jackie! There it is! 2-0 Manchester City! It's Jackie G! It's going exactly as I said. Erling Haaland first half. Jack Grealish second half. 2-0 Manchester City. Bazunu made the original save. And Jack Grealish follows it in with a rebound from his own shot. And that hopefully will be the 3 points. Erling Haaland needs to get off that pitch now. Saving for Bayern Munich. 2-0 Manchester City. Get in. A KDB assist. We've got Jack Grealish as my vice captain on bet, mate. What does it mean? What does it all mean? They are the questions. It's a good finish from Jackie G, to be fair. Second time round. Goes low. It's a good save from Bazunu. And JSGC's second. And 1.5 points away from first. And they've got a captain, Jack Grealish, that's doing the biz. Do you know what? I can do with another Erling. Keep Erling Haaland on. Get him a goal. I want to win this pot. I'm second. Jumping Jack. Things we love. So Southampton then make a change on the hour. Elyounoussi comes off. Stuart Armstrong comes on. That's a poor giveaway from Bazunu, and De Bruyne slips. De Bruyne slips. Right, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. That would be great. Subscribe if you're new around here. Don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, BetMate. I think we'll go for 50 likes, as we've had to change the live stream up. So apologies for that. And we're on 22, so we're 28 away. So let's see if we can get to 50. Would be good. Here's Kyle Walker-Peters bursting through. Good tackle from Manuel Akanji. And City just whack this clear through Kyle Walker. Here's Jackie G picking this ball up. De Bruyne is in space. Might he go to the back post? He does, and headed clear from Southampton and out for a corner. Haaland looking well up for this one. City looking up for this one. Southampton looking doom and gloom. I think their heads might have dropped. So pressure firmly being applied here from City to Southampton and to Arsenal, of course, tomorrow. Going to Anfield. Get a favour off Liverpool. back in City. Touch. Erling Haaland. So Southampton can come away with the ball here. Here's Bazunu. And he can't find the pass. It's given away again, and Gundogan can pick the ball up here. Here is De Bruyne back to Nathan Ake. Gundo. De Bruyne. Ake. Good touch that from Nathan Ake and worked well. Here is Ruben Dias now. To Rodri. Gundo. City just finding their groove now. Here is Gundo back to Ake. Grealish. Can't thread his pass through, but still keeps hold of the ball. De Bruyne to Nathan Ake. De Bruyne. Here's Rodri. That's good stuff from Rodri. Kyle Walker. Rodri. Gundo. Worked well that to De Bruyne. Here is Nathan Ake. Jack Grealish. Ake's made that run. Jack Grealish just chips it up and headed away by Southampton and out for a corner. This is City now well in their groove. Well in their groove. I think keep buffering. I'm going to Google why. So gets sent in the corner. Headed clear by Southampton, and Bernardo's just going to work it back to Kyle Walker. Here is Akanji. So it looks like Akanji's gone more towards the right-hand side. What was Kyle Walker? Did he play like a right wing-back? Anyway, here's De Bruyne. Great thread through to Jack Grealish. In the penalty area now. Where's Big Erling? There he is! Erling Haaland! What a goal! What a goal! And he sits down and does his celebration. Wow! Overhead kick, Erling Haaland. Wow! Wow! An assist for Grealish. It's behind Haaland. He just scissor kicks it in. Jackie G's onside. Haaland's onside. I think Haaland's showing off. It's a fantastic goal, that. Wow. That is all I can say to that. Wow. Statement well and truly sent out to Arsenal. It does City's goal difference the world of good. But it's not just Arsenal watching. And it's Erling Haaland's last touch. He goes off. But it's not just Arsenal watching. As Alvarez comes on, Bayern Munich will be watching that, thinking, how do we deal with that? Poznan breaks out. But what does it mean for my bet mate, Captain Erling Haaland? I'm first. JSGC is level, but I'm first. JSGC's first. Huh? Keep it up. John, thanks very much for tuning in. I think them other ones have got the same teams as me. Apart from one, so I'm always going to go level here. But that doesn't matter. Does not matter. Oh. Wow. Andy, thanks for tuning in. Just finished work. Man City, cruise control here. Cruise control. Uh, 20 minutes here. Man City can kind of take the foot off the gas, really. Start thinking about Bayern Munich. Alvarez is Southampton into the penalty area and they get a goal. 3-1. Man City's goal difference getting cut short. Ederson's clean sheet disappears. And Southampton will feel like they're not out of this yet. Mara with the goal. Easy peasy that for Southampton. That's far too easy. Past Walker, past Bernardo, past Gundogan, past Akanji, past Diaz, past Ederson. Goal. That's disappointing. Dale, thanks for tuning in. How are we doing? It's a good finish from Mara. John, yeah, not too bad. Thank you very much. Not too bad. Been a while since I've done a live stream. Been about 3 weeks. Just been busy. Life. Oh, that's great work, De Bruyne. That pen. Penalty Man City. Haaland's gone off. Haaland's on the bench now. Kyle Walker-Peters can't believe it. Shakes his head. Haaland's on the bench. So Mahrez normally takes City's pens. He's also on the bench. So it's Julian Alvarez up against Bazunu. Man City have taken 6 Premier League penalties so far this season and scored all of them. Can they score this is the question. Julian Alvarez then up against Bazunu. Can he score from the spot? You bet he can. Straight down the middle. 4-1 Manchester City. Easy peasy for Manchester City there. Easy peasy. Keith, thanks very much. And apologies for the stream. I have no idea what the problem is. I've stopped it a few times to try and work out what the problem is, and I don't know. As I said, everything my end just shows up absolutely fine. Internet's running smoothly, so I don't know. I can't put my finger onto it, if I'm honest. Doesn't matter. We're 15 minutes away. City are winning. That Haaland goal was a thing of beauty. And De Bruyne had a struggle in 30 minutes, Dale. I weren't impressed, but he stepped it up really well. And here is KDB. Bernardo! Oh, blocked on the line. Should have been another for Man City. And thank you very much, Keith. Much appreciated. I'm just trying to get all the things sorted for it. I can't work out what it is. And I said it might just be one of them iffy things that just doesn't like today. Try again tomorrow, and it does. Right, so let's have a look. I'm having a read. So if you see me just reading, I'm just trying to work out what the lag is so I can make a viewing experience a little bit better. Right. Okay. So let me just tinker with this ever so slightly. Right, hopefully back in business. I've just tinkered it ever so slightly that hopefully it'll stop the lag as well. He says as soon as I get the camera going in, it doesn't like the camera. Is that what's causing my problems? Right, let me just change that up. See if that works. I'm just trying everything at the moment. City are 4-1 up, so I'm just trying to sort this out. So the next time we're live streaming, it's all fine. Right, so it's not that. See if that works any better. Doesn't like my camera. I think that might be what's the problem is here. And maybe I've just struck gold with that. As Bernardo comes forward. As I've gone really big. JSGC's just having a mess around with the camera, see what's happening. Yeah, it doesn't like my camera. I've figured it. I think I've figured it out. It doesn't like my camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stop this live stream again. I might even keep the audio on, but the image will go off. So bear with me. I'm just trying something. If my theory is correct. Right. So we've seen Rodri come off and Phillips has come on. Right, so hopefully this is going to work a little bit better and it might cut out the buffering if my theory's correct. But only if my theory's correct. As a ball comes in, headed clear. Right, it's receiving. Let's see. See if this works any better. Here's Walker then to Phillips. So Phillips came on for Rodri. Sorry, I was just trying to get everything sorted to see what was happening and see if my OBS and everything sorts itself out. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea what's going on. Absolutely none. So, wanted to apologise to everybody for the poor viewing experience. And we'll be back. I'll be doing a vlog for the Bayern game because I'll be at the Bayern game at the Etihad. Looking forward to that. But we'll be back for we're going to be busy next weekend as well, he says, as he's streaming and then doesn't stream for a while. Then he won't be streaming again for a while. It'll be the Bayern Munich second leg. The next time I'm streaming. But yeah, sorry about the thingy and everything. I'll try and get it sorted now. I'll do my hardest to try and work it out. I mean, I might be streaming again tomorrow, to be fair, for the Liverpool game, and I'll try and get it sorted and see what's going on there. As I said, it might just be one of them things. Right, we're going to get the full-time whistle in 20 seconds. It's just struggled all through, hasn't it? And there we go, full-time whistle, 3 points for Man City. Over to Arsenal. What can Arsenal do? That is the question. Rightio, thank you everybody for watching, much appreciated. We'll be back for the build-up to the Bayern Munich game. We've got a transfer update coming up, we've got a preview coming up, and of course, Going to have my match review as well up after the game for you guys to look forward to. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget